Welcome back to the Quiet Part Loud.
Yeah, we here.
We is here. Once again, your man,
Mr. Aunt David. I thought you were about to go Dr.
Yeah, I was thinking about it for a minute.
Yeah, I saw that.
I did.
Yeah,
I thought about myself for a second. Like, hey, we just talked about my ego too.
Man, it is what it is. Ego driven.
Mr. Ed Davis.
What's up? It's your boy.
Yeah, I mean, and I am the one and only Doc Massard. Once again,
It's on.
look, we are actually going to do something helpful today.
Man, let's do it, man. Let's get into it, man.
Yeah, I mean, because I don't think there's a lot of people who know that part of your background and part of mine involved counseling.
Man, it definitely did. Definitely.
Shockingly enough, because I know, we be out here wilding and frying
We
people.
do. I actually listen. I be trying to get on people low key, but I'm like, I love you still. At the same time, let me
holler at you. One quick second. You know what I mean? But one of the things that we wanted to talk today, we wanted to talk about life lessons.
You got your counselor hands.
I do. You know what I'm saying? You see out there, because the white space brings that out of you, boy.
It does.
Yeah,
It does.
So I wanted to talk about what are some life lessons that you would tell to your younger self.
Man, don't put it in.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
That could be so many
Protection is
causes.
amazing. Don't put it in. Ladies and gentlemen, wrap it up, B.
Yeah, he started off from the
This
is where we go from the
The
beginning.
quiet part loud.
That's-
You know what I'm
hey,
saying?
you're
It's
right,
what
there we go.
It's what people want to say.
They want to
have-
say it. They want to say it.
Listen, in all my years, I lived on this earth 42 years.
Okay.
And I realized I should have just wrapped it up. You know what I mean? I'm doing it now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You just got to like, here's the thing, Doc, and this is why I say this. We joking, but this is why I say this. I say this because you really got to know the person that you're laying down with.
Okay, no, that's
You know what I'm saying?
That's
There's
fair.
so many, and not to tag anybody, I love people because we built so much stuff together, have beautiful kids. But I feel like when you're young, your nose is open.
Oh, yeah.
I got a large nose, so I know it's like, you know what I'm saying?
One of my partners would say you got a cocaine nose.
Yeah, I got the one. When it comes to women, I got the cocaine nose. You know what I'm saying? I strip away. I strip away every day. You know what I'm saying? My mindset is like, oh, she fine, but she a little crazy. Right. You know what I mean? So my thing is
it a layer of crazy that will land out for like even out how much beauty they need?
Nah.
Like, do they got to be so fine to be that kind of crazy?
and that's what I think. When I was younger, I learned that was okay.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
now I'm
yeah.
like, you got to be fine. It's got to be appeasing to my eye, but
Okay.
it also got to be. You got to be somewhere in that mind going. I'm gonna tell you something real quick. Women don't know how to apologize.
Really?
It's hard. Not in this age. I met some people who was
Okay.
But when I was younger,
Okay, yeah, definitely.
so I feel like that's just a thing that I needed to learn at a young age. It's like, can you just say sorry? Then we'd be better. You know what I'm saying?
But see, that will require a woman to believe that she's wrong.
Right.
And we already know, right? Ladies, gentlemen, we all believe that the other gender never believes they're wrong.
Yeah,
Right?
that's
If
true.
you ask my wife, Tay would tell you all the time, one of my favorite sayings is, I'm not always right, but I'm not often wrong. Right? And though she never says that herself, I know that's how she feels.
Yeah, for sure. If she said it, my daddy's always say, if she lays it up to you, you go ahead and let it finish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Got to.
That's exactly what it is. But that's what I learned, man. I learned that we gotta learn how to apologize. They gotta learn how to apologize.
Fair.
We gotta build. We gotta grow to be better. But one thing I would have learned is we should have more conversation before I lay down with you.
Fair.
So I can know the ins and outs. And
So when you're talking about like more conversations, you mean like how to be like good?
No. Like the ins and out of who you are.
Fair. Okay.
Back where you came from, what your environment
Who you
looks
think
like. Yeah, what you look like.
Right.
At 42, I'm now realizing that. But before I was like, oh, you fine. So we can figure out all the other stuff.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, we talked to my boy, shout out to Dizzy.
Yeah. K Dizzy.
We talked to him about this as far as no more than just a fine. Know they're in their right mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you gotta
You
know
was
like
preaching by God.
you gotta know what that right mind looks like because that stuff is layers.
And you know what the wrong mind look like eventually.
Ooh, wait.
Catch up with you.
Catch up with you, hit you in the forehead, Paul.
Mushroom stare. Bow.
Yeesh.
Now, you know what, man? I gotta agree with you on that, bro. I think it's super important. Not only that you have conversations about who you're dealing with, because people lie,
Man.
right? So like my thing would be on top of that, right? About finding out who you laying down with or who you think you're willing to lay down with. I would also say, you have to know and understand that you're messed up too.
Oh yeah.
Right? And so everybody's messed up, but you got to find your comfortable level of messed up.
Right.
Right? Because like you can't be, a little messed up, kind of janky, maybe steal every once in a while.
Right.
And then like you be dating a super saiyan messed up person. So ladies, I know we will pick with y'all all the time about y'all being, wild or whatever, but there's some dudes out here, super saiyan, coming, yeah, crazy.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. Sex is a Russian roulette game, not just because of the pull in, pull out game,
right?
But also because you don't know who you're dealing with.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? You spinning the barrel trying to figure out
Bruh.
what person you're gonna get. So right now, when you're making love or when you're having sex or whatever, you get the presentation. You get I smell good, I look good.
You got the panties
you know what I'm saying?
and bra that match.
Right, I love you.
That's when
you
they still
inspire me. Yeah, but when you start after,
Yeah.
you done. You like, dang, who are you again?
Right.
Because you don't get to know the character. And I say to anybody, if you're dealing with a woman, get to know her character before you lay down with her.
Sure.
And bro, it has nothing to do with no religion, has nothing to do with, how you grew up, whatever. You really got to know the person because sex is such a big open thing. It's a very intimate thing. You know what I mean? Yes. It's a very
for sure.
It's a very intimate thing, but the intimacy is learning who that person is before you get into that person.
For sure. Otherwise, it's just a transactional thing.
It is.
Maybe you spent some time in Amsterdam and they were just like, no kissing. That's extra. So
what are you doing?
Now, one of the other things that I would say, one of the things I would teach my younger self, and if there is a theme, guys, we let y'all know something.
Yeah.
And this is not throwing shade at the ladies as much as it's about knowing who you are, because I honestly believe that women should know this information too. But because we're men. Right, we'll be talking to men, but I think ladies, it's really important for you to have like a big brother or somebody that's a male that will be able to tell you some of these same perspectives. So the other thing that I would tell my younger self is, yo, you ain't got to spend money on that. Like for the fact is, when I was growing up, man, I was trying to wind it down, right? Because what I'm saying, we grew up in the '80s, right? So we seen all the movies, all like this and the other. Dude is out there spending, and he making miracles. You know what I'm saying? He got the cape flowing.
I didn't grow up in the '80s.
Yeah, well, fine, whatever.
That's how we know.
So shut up. But the fact is, like, what I'm saying, like, everybody was trying to be a gentleman or chivalrous.
Exactly.
Right? And then the '90s come, and it's just like, nah, never tell them that you love her, right? And then the 2000s comes, like, pee on her. And so, anyways, it went really, really different. But what I would say is, when I would talk to my younger self, it would be, we don't have to spend money for somebody to like you.
Right.
I ain't saying be cheap, but I'm saying that you really cannot buy somebody's dedication.
Well, you said it, bro. Before we got on camera, you said something about the bus pass. Tell us that. I mean, that to me is a big point because we trying to
this is real talk. You out here busting your hump, right, to make sure you got a fly whip and all of your stuff is dope. But the girl you trying to impress work at Burger King, she got a bus pass.
She got a bus pass.
Like, again,
standing at the bus stop.
She's standing at the bus stop. Now, I'm not saying, because I'm not doing that whole, he a bus driver stuff. I ain't doing none of that. What I'm saying is, if Shorty is on the bus, right, either you on the bus with her and y'all coming up, or if you already got a car, it's okay that your car is like a beater.
Yeah.
Dude, she's on the bus.
I had a beater, so
I mean? Like, she just want to be out of the cold. And I was out there, thinking that when I was younger, that my stuff wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
Because I ain't flexing, I ain't got a Lex or whatever did I tell you? Again, dating myself. But like, when Lexus was hot. But like, the fact is, most of these chicks I was talking to, they lived in the Jacks, or like they lived not in the Jacks, but like far off from it, and they was riding a bus, or like their mama had a car. I had a car.
I had a car too.
You know what I mean? So like, I would say, rather than worrying about trying to overly impress somebody, right? Like, you stay in your grind, you stay in your hustle.
Right.
I would tell that to people now, I tell that to my kids now, my sons. One of them is married, and the other two, they got their situation going on. But like, the thing is, you should be on your grind to get to where you're going, right? And then not trying to drag somebody else with you, not trying to pull somebody else with you. Take the cape off.
Take it off.
You are not
Take it off.
Superman. You know what I mean? You can't say to somebody else you still learn how to swim, bro.
Yeah, man.
And so I would say that again for these young brothers out here who trying to save the world, and man, she coming from a hard situation. I ain't saying to leave her alone. All I'm saying is you ain't her dad.
You not my dad.
You know what I mean? So that's what those life lessons I would tell my younger self.
Let's do it, man.
And I definitely appreciate that. So again, as we are becoming more organized,
Let's
again,
get
as
it.
y'all see this, right? Again, you got the space, got the gear,
gear.
Know what I mean? Hopefully it sounds even better. Got new sound equipment, got a sound engineer on this piece.
Shout it out to him.
You know what I mean? Shout it out to K Dizzy. The second segment that I actually want to talk to is about the stigma or benefits of therapy. So I'm gonna ask you straight up. Do you subscribe to the benefit? Do you see a benefit in therapy?
Man, and I do, because I'm gonna tell you something. This is where I feel like black people, we get lost in the sauce.
All right.
For some odd reason, somebody told us that therapy's not good for us.
For black people?
Yeah, because and you always get the militant brothers. See, the white man wants you to understand.
Wants you to believe.
Right, they want to put their philosophize, their whiteness on you. And it's like, is that really true? Because there's black therapists.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right,
So
right.
if you don't want to go to the white person, there's also that side. And this is the thing. I feel like people don't want to do it or subscribe to it is because, number one, they have to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
Vulnerable is the biggest thing that people struggle with. Black people included.
Oh, yeah.
We struggle with just being, man, I gotta give you all of me.
That's because we went through so much trauma.
Right.
Right? And so, like, a lot of us deal with stuff all the time.
All the time, man.
And so, the last time maybe somebody who needs therapy, last time they was vulnerable,
Right.
is what's really causing them to be in therapy right now.
And the thing that's crazy to me is because I grew up, and I have to be honest with myself, is I grew up in a world where vulnerability is big.
Yeah.
We have to be vulnerable. Like, that's how we win in my family.
Okay.
But dealing with other people who don't know how to be vulnerable, I'm like, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Get it together, man. You know what I'm saying? Just open your mouth and say how you feel.
Was it Lil Rel that did a special that was like,
Yeah, I be
still got
mad,
like
but
that
like,
one dude over the corner, like,
yeah, like come on, man, because I don't want to be the ticking time bomb.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like, I'm gonna hold it in, like one of them old slaves. I just can't say it. I just not gonna say it, man.
and then Sophia gonna pop off.
Bruh, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to be that type of person because it causes.
Shout out to Oprah.
Shout out to Oprah. It causes stress, anxiety.
Yeah.
I'm not the type of dude because I'm already a big kid anyway. I don't want to be dealing with stress and anxiety, and if I can't deal with it, I need to tell somebody.
Fair.
Hey, listen, I ain't got the money. I need your help.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, my car is down. I need to take it to the shop. I don't like what you're doing. We gotta have a conversation about it.
Right.
That's me being vulnerable. It's not me holding on to stuff and being mad about it. Because what's the point?
Yeah. What's the benefit of it?
What's the benefit, bro? You can't win for losing. That's what the country people used to say.
Boy, you ain't never lied. You just took us back home on that one. Yeah, I feel something about that one. Yeah, man.
So I love the benefits to therapy. If you are not doing it, you should be doing it. And here's the thing, but I'm gonna let you talk first because I want to go back to this. Go ahead.
For sure.
Yeah,
No,
I want to
also
go to this one. This is gonna be touching on this one. Go
Okay.
ahead. Yeah,
I mean, mistake.
it's gonna be one of those.
Okay.
It's gonna be a Floyd
There we
Mayweather
go.
one there.
There we go, sir.
Yeah.
No, I 100% subscribe to therapy. I believe that there is one aspect of therapy that is oftentimes overlooked, but it's very commonsensical.
Okay, commonsensical. You know, common sense ain't common though.
It is not. It is not. It's a bunch of common people who the show don't have no sense.
Right.
But one thing that people oftentimes overlook, you got to be honest. Because you can be, look, I'm telling you, bro, I was in therapy with my first wife. We went to therapy, and she was in there lying. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about?
I raised my hand. That's me too. Do we have the same person? Sisters?
We talk about the same. They might be. I don't know, bro. You know what I mean? But like, so then when I got into my second marriage, you know, we both believed in therapy. You know, and she and her first husband, they went to therapy, and it was the same thing. Like either he would go and he wasn't being honest, or he would go and he wouldn't talk. Right? And so like if you go there, the therapist's job is not to come up with answers. The therapist's job is to allow you to see your situation possibly from a different vantage point.
Yeah, no,
like, hey, did you know, here's a mirror, right? All this stuff that you're saying, do that look crazy as hell to you?
Yeah.
Because it sounds crazy. If you say it sounds crazy, then that sounds crazy. Why would you believe that somebody else would see that and not believe that that's crazy?
And it sounds crazy just saying it, but it's like, yeah, it makes sense.
That makes sense.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you got to be honest. Because otherwise you're going in there just telling fairy tales. You know?
Fairy tale. Everybody want to be in Aladdin. Everybody want to be a Jasmine. Everybody want to rub on that lamp a little bit. Man, and the thing is, and we're going to get into it because I definitely love to hear your perspective, is that church perspective is mind-boggling to me. Shout out to my church people who believe that prayer is the only thing. And I'm not saying that prayer is wrong. Prayer is not wrong. Prayer is 110% right. But if you only believe to pray and not put action behind the prayer, and this is the thing I love about my dad. My dad used to always say this.
The preacher.
The preacher. My pastor's a preacher. He used to say, you can pray, but I need you to put action behind that prayer.
I know that's right.
I need you to go and do the work.
Yep.
Like, you don't, my dad's always said, you can't pray to God and then go speak in tongues to the light company about your bill. You can't speak in tongues to them. They're going to be like, sir, you're crazy.
Bruh.
Get off this line.
Bro, I've seen that.
You know what I'm saying?
I've literally seen. Y'all think I'm playing? I'm dead serious.
That does not work.
Southern
Action requires
Baptist.
you to get a job so that your lights won't get cut off, or to have a consistent paying method so you can be like, oh, you know what? I missed this month. Is there any way that you can help me with that situation? Because people will give in. But the fact that you don't pay for 6 months and then be like, no, that don't work.
You go to the car dealership and with his clothes, you with the holy oil and you rub it on the car, messing up the finish.
They're gonna arrest you. They are going to arrest you. Whoever told you that you could just go up to there and just do that is wrong. It is wrong. You have to have action behind your prayer. You cannot be rubbing oil down on people's cars. That ain't even yours.
Be like, I claim it. They are faithful and pay their car note. Like, why would you take this from?
So it's the thing about church folks that they just got to be better in understanding that therapy works. Prayer and therapy. God wants you to go to therapy.
Yeah.
God wants you to get the help because there's some things that you're not seeing. A lot of times people will do this, Doc. They'll pray. God, I don't know what's wrong with me. Because you didn't really ask the question that you need to be hearing so that you can move forward.
Yep.
That's to be like, you know what, you crazy. Oh, that's what God was saying. But I ain't really know if God was telling me that I was crazy, but I am crazy.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And look, for all my church folks, right, we love you. We appreciate you.
Man.
Right. We are you. Right? Ain't that what 45 said?
Yeah.
I am you. With the little hands. Anyways. But the thing is, bro, I participated in counseling, right? Got some really great words of wisdom from my pastor and his wife, and they too was like, man, have you talked to somebody?
Man, you know, bro, you hit it right on there. I was gonna say that. Yeah, that's true.
Because the fact is, those people, while they're there to help guide you with your soul, and they can give you suggestions about what you've done, if unless they're a licensed therapist, man, or a shrink or something like that, like they're doing the best they can.
Yeah, man.
But like you should be able to talk to a professional who's also going to be non-biased, because your pastor or like lady or prophet or whatever, they care about you already, right? So like they may be Right. Some of these pastors like your mouth stank and you're going to hell. But like most of them, they just care about you, right? And so they may not have the gall to tell you, you know, you dead wrong in this situation. Not just a little bit wrong, you dead wrong.
And I think that a lot of times you just gotta remember that we invest in so much other things.
Yeah.
We invest in our cars, we invest in our houses, but we don't invest in our mental.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Our mental is the biggest thing. So we gotta make sure we invest in that for sure.
You know, and there's another part about that, to wrap this segment up, is if you're back in a relationship with somebody, right? You are not your partner's therapist, right? Now, there's a whole bunch of folks who you lean on your partner that you with, you know, you got the pillow talk, and you know, tell them about you know, how you feeling and all that other stuff, and that's great, right? But your job is not to fix them. Yeah. Your job, if you have a melancholy partner, like your job, your name is not, you know, Zytol or Xylax or whatever, you know, one of them happy drugs is. Right. Like that ain't your name. That's not your deal. Take off the cape, right? If you want to be a hero, drive them to therapy. Yeah. Right? Ask them how it went, you know, like that kind of stuff. And like there are so many relationships that get destroyed because you trying to be everything for this other person. And then if you manage to give everything that you have to them, right, guess what? You got nothing for you. Right. And then you're going to need to be on the couch.
Then you're going to need that all day long.
So, now I appreciate that. You know what? I think it's time.
Oh, here we go with this mess.
Yes, you know it's true.
What's going on, folks? It's your main man, Dr. Massard here, the one and only from the Quiet Part Loud, and I am here with, boom, my wife, your favorite actor's favorite actor from Dhar Mann fame and other projects like Selena and the such, my wife, Reina Shaunte Massard.
Hello.
Hey, look, guys, so y'all know here at the QPL, we keep it funny, but we also keep it real, right? And one of the things that we wanted to talk about in this segment of You Know It's True is people that need to pick a struggle. Now, y'all may see her on Insta or Twitter or Threads or on YouTube all over the place, and she's always very nice and very positive. Now, she is a nice person and a positive person, but she's married to me. Yeah. And babe, you have thousands of sympathizers online that are looking, that are like, how do you deal with this dude every day?
I know, right?
So, and she chooses this every day, and she love it. So we, in our many conversations throughout the day, we will run into situations of people that we say, this person needs to pick a struggle, right? And so if y'all are online wondering what we're talking about, picking a struggle, that means somebody that got a whole lot of negative going on, yet they expect perfection from other people, or they don't want to own up to nothing that they got going on, right? Now, I could go on forever about a couple of people on this in general, but since you are the guest here today, ma'am, do you have anybody from your past, from your present? Oh, yeah. And here at the QPL, when we tell real stories about people, we use unknown.
Okay.
Right? Just in case you actually got to, you know, work with them again or talk to them again or something like that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Okay.
So you got any unknown stories, babe?
I mean, I may have a few unknown. Might have. I might.
Okay. Might have.
I mean, because when you think about people that, you know, they need to pick a struggle, right?
Yes.
I mean, I can think of a few people that I have worked with. And usually, you know, like my husband said, I'm very cordial, you know, I'm friendly, you know, I try to, you know, make people feel comfortable.
She's about to go in.
Let me tell you.
She's about to go in.
This is the thing. Okay, so there's a couple people that come to mind.
There we go.
This is one situation that came to me where it was like, okay, when I come in and talk to somebody directly about a situation, and they're like taken aback by me being very honest and frank with them, you know? Now listen, I'm not just gonna cuss somebody out and say, you can't do this because of this and that, and you know, bad word at the bad word, but I'm gonna let you know the truth about yourself, right? Now, can you take it is the problem, okay? So there was this one homegirl, you know, I like to call my former friends especially homegirls, all right? So there was this one homegirl that was like, well, I don't like the way that you approach me, you know, with that situation. Well, how am I supposed to approach you with the situation, sis? You know, like, I don't know any other kind of way, you know, maybe it's because you're not used to having communication, you know, with a person who is educated. Maybe that has something to do with it.
So was she uneducated?
Very much so.
Okay.
Yes. But you know, listen, I don't discriminate. I hang with all types of different people.
She does.
You know? I do.
She got a circle
listen,
of people.
I'm from the hood, so listen, I can fit right into any kind of situation, right? But I decided, you know, just to make myself better, personal improvement, to go to school, go to college, get a degree, you know, do something with my life, right?
Smarty art. You know what I mean? So her one struggle was she ain't know how to deal with all of you.
With a communicate. Well, honey, there's a lot of people that don't know how to deal with all of me. All right, you know, not everybody can take me, right? Okay, so there's a lot that comes with me. All right. Excuse me? Okay. But you like it. All
I do.
of me.
I do.
All
I
of
do.
me. So he's taking all of me. But yeah, it's hard for some people to take me, you know, because I think that they think I'm one way and then I show them who I really am sometimes, you know, and they can't take it. So the first thing is just being able to communicate on a mature level with somebody and let them know, like, this is a situation that I'm having a problem with, and, you know, and not trip out. Like, but see, I think that stems from you just having low self-esteem, you know, and, you know, not really, you know, being a person that takes care of themselves and can focus on themselves and, you know, love themselves as far as their bodies, and, you know, it's so sad.
So you
it's
felt,
so sad.
So you felt like she was coming for you because her life went together, and she didn't know how to, you know, she didn't know how to deal with that.
Yeah, I think, and that's the thing. I feel like, you know, we all got our struggles, right?
For sure.
We all got our struggles.
But you should pick one. Look, see, there's another thing, right? Because when we was getting together, again, she's upfront nice. I have moments of being upfront
nice?
I have moments of being upfront. But the thing was that we both knew and figured out that we was not perfect, right? But we was
Right.
perfect for one another, and that's
Right.
cool. Because I can deal with her struggles. She can deal with my struggles. There's some other folks, I'm going to hit it with an unknown. There's an unknown couple of folks, right? There's one brother that I know, used to deal with. However, this brother has a lot of things going on. We talking multiple baby mamas. We talking about can't hold down a job. We talking about live from couch to couch for the longest time, and then now got a spot, and that's cool. We talking about don't nasty attitude. We all of this together, right? And then yet, what he wants from a woman is perfection. I mean, like, she gotta have this together. She gotta have that together. It's kind of messed up. It's kind of messed up. I know.
No,
I know
he kinda
sisters-
messed up.
Yeah, for sure.
He pretty messed up.
I know
That's
one
what it sound
sister
like.
who shaped like an egg. Shaped like an egg, and that's cool because, you know, there's some people like that, and that's all right. But can't dress. Shaped like an egg, dressed like yeah, I ain't even got no good word for that one. She's dressed like a bum. Yeah, there we go. She's dressed like a bum. Shaped like an
That's
egg,
tough.
dressed like a bum.
That's tough.
Hair is jacked up.
That's tough.
And you know what I'm saying? Because I know a bunch of sisters who, you know, they may be on the plus side, but they can do their nails. They get their hair right. They get their lashes right. You know what I mean? But she got all of these struggles and then got a nasty attitude on top of that. Now, you work in the entertainment
That's
field.
what I'm saying.
There we go.
Like,
She working in entertainment.
you cannot have no nasty attitude and look a hot mess. I'm just saying. Listen, that's where you got to pick your struggle. You got to at least be nice if you're gonna look a whole hot mess, right? Because, I mean, for instance, there was this unknown who, for some reason, she said that when I walked in, I had an air about me. She didn't like me because I had an air about me. I don't know what that means, you know, an air about me, right? So usually when I come into a space, you know, I try to, you know, just present myself well and talk to everybody. I'm friendly. Y'all know me. I smile, you know, whatever. Maybe my smile is off-putting because you have so much sadness and problems going on, you know, dysfunction in your life that you can't figure out why you smile, why I'm smiling, you know. So I had this air about me. And then, you know, so I played the role of Dana Jones, you know, in this production of Dreamgirls. I played this role a couple times, you know, but this in California, and I won't say any names, you know, I might have
That's why
given
it's
out
unknown.
too much information.
It's unknown.
But, so there was this person that had one of the parts, but they said they chose not to be the main part, Dana Jones, you know, the Beyonce part, even though they was 50 pounds bigger than I was. 50 pounds. I mean, at least 50 pounds. And shorter than me. Short, 50 pounds bigger. All right? So I'm just saying.
Wait, well, could they sing?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. How you sometimes?
So the part that they had a pretty, you know, decent, big part, right? But when they were supposed to be singing, they would lose their voice, you know? So that's the thing. It's like, maybe you need to focus on your vocals. Taking care of your vocals instead of focusing on me and my ear, you know? So take care of your vocals, you know, work out a little bit, you know, take a couple of diet pills, whatever it is that you need to do to get your act together. And then get your attitude together. Because I heard that you had some issues with your sister, you know, back in the day because she was famous, you wasn't. You know, it's still some stuff back there that you tried to project that on me. That ain't had nothing to do with me, sis. You know, that ain't got nothing to do with me, sis. So pick your struggle as far as whether you gonna, you know, go to therapy, you know, whether you gonna get in a gym, somebody's gym, or whether, you know, you gonna really take care of that voice. You know, if not, just throw in the towel, girl, and start over, start fresh, you know, because, you know, you're just making everybody else's life miserable.
That's her. Okay, see, and y'all thought it's just me. No. It's two of us. Right? Mean, ooh, but honest, right? Because the truth is easy. And
The truth is easy. And you know, I think the thing is we get a bad rap, right? Because we kind of a cute couple, right? People think that we might be bullying people. We're not. Like, we're not perfect. We got stuff wrong.
Absolutely.
All of us, you know, both of us. We got stuff. You might not see it on the surface. You know, he's a very cute guy. But listen, we got our issues too. That's why we can talk about you.
right.
Because we know we got issues too.
Because we
all
had
right?
to pick our struggle.
It's mutual.
There you
Okay,
go.
so that's the difference.
So thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you, my love.
Yeah.
And thank y'all. And see you again. I am your man, Dr. Massard, the one and only.
It's your
And-
boy, Mr. Ed Davis. We here. Yeah.
And so we want to thank you. If you like the show, like, subscribe, share, all that cool stuff. And again, we want to thank you all so much for watching. And we will be back. Holla. Ooh.